Welcome to CK12's FlexBook Demo. Today I'm going to walk you through a series of steps using our FlexBook system, which include logging in, creating a new FlexBook, finding and adding content, editing a chapter, creating a new chapter, incorporating a chapter, and printing. The first thing we're going to do is log in. If you haven't registered already on the CK12 site, then you'll click the Register button in the top right-hand corner. Complete the form to create an account. Once you have an account, you can log in. The next thing we're going to learn how to do is to create a new FlexBook. From the landing page, you'll select Create FlexBook in the top right-hand corner of the screen. This will take you into the FlexBook editor. The only requirement for a FlexBook is that it has a title and a brief description. If we haven't filled out this information on the right-hand side of the page, we will be asked to do so when we press Save. I'm going to title this book The Solar System. Once we've completed this step, we'll click Save, and then we can close out of the FlexBook editor. The next thing we're going to do is find and add content to our FlexBook. From the landing page, we can type in a key term into the search field. This will search our system for all content related to the solar system. It will take us to a search page where our results are bucketed into books, chapters, and web results. Let's browse through some chapters. To do this, we'll select Action, View. This is going to load the chapter we've selected into an HTML viewer, where we can then scroll through and see if we like that chapter. You'll also notice at the top of the screen, it shows you that this content has been reviewed. That means that this chapter in particular has undergone a thorough CK12 review process. If we decide that we like the chapter, we're going to add it to our book. First, we need to bring up the solar system book on the right-hand side of the screen in our FlexBook editor. Then we can simply drag and drop the chapter into the book. I'm going to also bring in Earth, Moon, and Sun, and then also the stars, galaxies, and the universe. I think with these 3 chapters, we have a great beginning for a FlexBook. Now we're going to edit a chapter within our FlexBook. We'll start by selecting Edit to expand to full FlexBook editor. From here, we'll select the chapter we'd like to edit and click Action, Edit. This will load the chapter into our chapter editor. Since our FlexBook is on the solar system, we might not want to cover the rest of the galaxy and universe in detail. Why don't we delete the sections relating to the galaxy and universe? I'm going to select some text, and then I'm going to press Delete. Let's also change the title. The title is what will appear on printed page. From here, I want to save all of my edits. And then I'm going to close out of the chapter editor, which will bring me back to the FlexBook editor. In the FlexBook editor, I'm going to change the title of the chapter by selecting the chapter and then simply putting in the title I'd like. Now I need to save the FlexBook as a whole. Now that my FlexBook is saved, I can close out of the FlexBook editor. It is important to note that if you add a chapter to your own FlexBook and do not edit it, then your copy of that chapter will be updated whenever the original version of the chapter is updated by CK12. However, if you edit the chapter in any way, it will only update in the future when you yourself make those changes. Now I'm going to walk you through creating a new chapter from scratch. On the landing page, you'll select Create Chapter. This will take you into the chapter editor. Then we're going to go to Microsoft Word, where we have some content that we'd like to put in a chapter. We'll copy and paste that content into the chapter editor by selecting Edit, Paste from Word, simply pasting the content into this box, and selecting Insert. Now that we have our content in our chapter editor, we're going to create a title for this. We'll call it Solar System Overview. And then we'll also give it a brief description. Once we're done with this, we'll select OK, and then save the chapter. And now it will be saved in your library. We can close out of the chapter editor and proceed. Now we're going to incorporate the chapter that we've just created into our Solar System Flexbook. We'll select My Library. When you do this, you'll see 3 tabs: My Books, My Chapters, and My Print Center. When we select the My Chapters tab, all of the chapters that we've created will show up. We see the Solar System Overview, and we can drag and drop it into the Flexbook editor where our Solar System Flexbook is. Now we'll select Edit this book, and by doing that, we can resequence the chapters. I'd like to take Solar System Overview and make it the first chapter, so I'll simply drag and drop it to the top of the list and select Save this Flexbook. From here, we can close out of our Flexbook editor. Our final step will be to print the Solar System Flexbook. To do this, we'll select My Library. Under My Library, under the My Books tab, we'll select Action, Print, next to the Solar System Flexbook. The Flexbook has been added to the print jobs. We'll select Go to My Print Center, and in My Print Center, we'll first select View to view the solar system with our HTML viewer. At this point, our book is being loaded onto an HTML page. Once loaded, we can scroll through the book as we would any web page. Now we're going to look at the book using the PDF viewer. To do this, we'll select Read. This will load the book into our PDF viewer. Here we can scroll through the pages of the book using the arrows at the bottom of the screen. We can view the book 2 pages at a time or a single page at a time. We can also use the zoom tool to zoom in and out. Finally, we're going to download the PDF to our local computer by selecting Download. Now our PDF appears on our computer, and at this point we can either save it to our local computer and print it out as needed, or possibly save it to a flash drive and take it to a local printer to print out several copies for our students. Options are endless. Thank you for using FlexBooks and participating in this demo. For questions and feedback, please email info@ck12.org. Take care and happy flexing.